This video is long overdue. I'm gonna say that I didn't do one last week simply because last week's episode was kind of a fail. Lost, I love you, but I'm sorry, Kate-centered episodes are a little bit hard for me to digest, swallow. Although it had Claire in it. Claire is good. This week's episode was mind-blowing. Am I right? Were you guys all like, what? What? So excited. First of all, real Locke. Not fake Locke, not Flock, not Unlock, not Locke. Real Locke. We got to see him in the alternate universe, which is always a good thing. I love me some Locke, and I loved his story. I was like ready to cry when he fell out of the wheelchair into the sprinklers. I mean, you still see he's not a lucky man. He's, had a hard life, but we see Helen, yay, and he's getting married, and that boss guy's still a douchebag, but we see Hurley with his really cool mutton chop thing he's got going on, and Hurley's cool, and we see Rose, and we see Benry as a teacher. I was not expecting that, so I literally jumped up and was like, what? Right when, because you hear his voice is Michael Emerson's voice is very distinctive. So the second you hear him bitching about coffee fillers or something, I was like, oh, Michael, oh my gosh, it's Benry. So awesome. I really like that you see the characters interacting with the other people, but they don't know, but you're still like, oh, it's Rose, and it's Benry. So I really liked his backstory, and I really was excited when Flock, that's what I'm going to refer to him as from now on, when Flock brought Sawyer into the cave, and you see all of the numbers, and you see all of the characters, the ones, the chosen ones or whatever, and you see the numbers next to their names, and if you look closely, you can see that there's a lot more names than just Sayid and Hurley and Jack and Sawyer and blah, blah, blah. You see Littleton, you see Rousseau, you see, oh, hi, text messages, Jenna. You see Littleton, Claire, you see Rousseau, you see Pace, I believe, and you see, there were a bunch, Dharma people, there was a whole bunch that you're like, oh my gosh, them. So it's cool, and so anyways, yeah, next to each of the characters' names is one of the numbers, 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Don't know off the top of my head which one goes to who, but they're there, and just, you don't get answers yet, of course, not Locke. Answers still not there with those, but you see them, and it's like, oh my gosh, So that was where my favorite parts definitely was seeing Benry with Locke as a substitute teacher, as a teacher. That made me laugh so much. And second would be the numbers finally coming into play, other than just what? So we know they have to do something with each of the characters, but we don't know what yet. I really don't like these last 2 episodes have been isolated. So first it was just the temple people and no one on the beach, and now it's just the beach people and no one in the temple. I like mixed. I like seeing everybody. So, and there was no Claire. That annoyed me a lot, actually, is that the last episode was a cliffhanger where you see Claire, and she's crazy Claire with her matted hair, and I'm rhyming, and she's crazy looking, and then she's not even in this episode. I have such a hard time watching Lost week to week. I'm so used to watching it on repeat on my TV, just in the background, and watching as much as I want, and then having to watch weekly is just driving me crazy. But yeah, what's your favorite part from this episode? Who were you excited to see most? And then next week's, I believe, is Jack-centered. So I will try and have that right after the premiere goes, or what, not, it's really not a premiere. Right after it shows up for me, I will film it, and then I will put it up at like midnight my time or something, because then I think everyone has seen it in the US, and then everyone else can just get it on torrents. So yeah, tell me what your thoughts were on that last episode, because I thought it was awesome.